Hey guys, I just want to welcome you guys to our Thursday night team call. As you guys know, it's my favorite night of the week. Getting to see all your smiley faces and then all the little blank gray ones that are on the phone, right? I'm super excited about a speaker that we're going to have today, but I'm going to let her coach introduce her in just a little bit. But I want to just talk about a couple things that are coming up. We have Summit coming up shortly. So I don't know, it's less than 6 weeks, I think now. So raise your hand if you're coming to Summit. If you're on there and coming to Summit, cool. And if you're not coming to Summit yet, I want you to really think about coming or reach out to your coach or to me or your upline diamond and ask why you should be at Summit and see how we can make it work for you and figure something out. I remember our first year at Summit, our whole call last week was about Summit. So if you didn't watch that, make sure you watch that. But I remember my first Summit, there was people teamed up, like 6 people to a room. Some sleeping in sleeping bags on the floor, whatever it took to make it happen. And, it's just going to be that great of an experience. I mean, 25,000 coaches, it's going to be phenomenal. But if you are coming, or you're thinking about coming, I want you to write down this or remember this. It's going to be different this year than it has in the past. There's 2 tracks that you choose because there's so many people. So we're going to be going on the blue track, the most of it. You can choose whichever one you want, but the majority of our team will be going on the blue track. So when you get your email, or I think it's on not next Monday, but the Monday following. Let me find the date for you real quick. You should have an email from Beachbody if you're registered for Summit, but it is on June 8th. No, June. I'll get it. Okay, June 15th is the date that you can go register for your track for Summit. So put a little reminder in your calendar. I got my little reminder set in there so I can make sure I get chosen for that track as well. And I'm excited to be teaching at one of the workshops too. So it'll be fun to see you guys and be able to teach some things to you guys as well. Not that you already hear enough from me though. So I want you to really learn and dig in with these other coaches that are going to be there. So, and if you're a brand new coach, I really recommend you do whatever it takes to figure out how you can make it there as well. I remember, I think Brigitte Linford, she went to Summit. She was 7 weeks as a coach when she went to her first Summit. So that's like right now. So think about it. And if you have questions, like I said, always feel free to reach out to me or anyone else on the team and help you figure out how to make that happen for you. Anyway, I am excited to announce, quick reminder, you guys probably already all know this, but it is May 28th. So we have 3 full days left in the month for you to push for your goals for this month. And try to lock in your goals of Success Club. If that's a goal that you have, I always need to remind myself of that. And if you fall short of your goal this month, remember that success is going from one failure to the next failure without losing enthusiasm, right? That's success. So if you fell short this month, don't let that get you down. As long as you're doing the 3 vital behaviors, you're doing everything that's going to help line you up to achieve your goals. So I'm going to pass the time over to Jenny Haushen, one of my amazing diamond coaches out of California, a recent full-time coach, recently quit her job, but she has one of her coaches, Laura, who's going to be speaking with us today. But because Jenny is her coach, I want Jenny to give us the introduction that she deserves. So you can take it away, Jenny.
All right. Hey, guys. So I'm super excited to announce Laura, who's going to be speaking tonight. Before I pass over the mic to her, I want to tell you guys how I met her first, and I'm sure she's going to talk about her story in a second. But I had approached her in a Facebook group where we all got certified in Beachbody programs. So I just decided to reach out to her in October. I had told her about the coaching opportunity, and for some reason or another, it wasn't her time yet. She wasn't ready to pursue Beachbody coaching. But it took 4 months for me to finally have her, be really interested. So it took that long. So I want you guys to know that you have to plant those seeds and be patient, because the people who want to do this business will be ready on their own time. But what's so amazing about her is that she has just you know, gone into this business running. Like, she had a goal in mind and she was ready to go. She has been hitting Success Club consistently every single month. I believe she earned Success Starters. She's almost at Diamond, and she has been in this business since February. So it's been like just a few months, about like almost 4 months. And I think what's so amazing about her is her ability to share this opportunity with other people. And that's something that I think that all of us have a weakness in, is approaching people with the business opportunity. I know for me, it's my weakness. So I'm so excited to learn from her and see what she does, because she's been able to recruit coaches who want this just as bad as she does. And she has an amazing, strong team already with people who are hitting Success Club and changing lives. So I hope you guys learn a lot today, and I will pass it over to Laura. So if you want to unmute yourself, you can go ahead and start talking.
Okay, hi. I'm totally freaked out because this is not my norm. I am comfortable talking to people, but this forum is a little scary, so pardon my any slip-ups. Anyway, okay, so a little bit about me is I've been a personal trainer for 4 years. I took PIO certification class a couple of years ago because I needed to do my extra credit things, and I love PIO. So I was able to use it with my clients. My story is that I was diagnosed with some crazy autoimmune disease 6 years ago, ended up on chemotherapy for 9 months, crazy drugs, body was swollen, I was overweight, and I had decided to take my health into my own hands and pursued health and wellness and stress relieving and all these things. Had a huge transformation and have just felt compelled to reach out to other people and fill them with hope and an opportunity to take their lives back. Therefore, I became a personal trainer, which led me to PIO, which led me to Jenny, which led me to Beachbody, which has just truly been amazing, because although I've been a lot about personal development, I haven't been as consistent in it ever in my life as I have been since I started 21 Day Fix, and I think that was February. So, and decided to become a coach right away. So today I'm talking about team building and how am I getting the coaches that, or how am I deciding on the coaches that I want to bring into my team. There's all kinds of coaches, discount coaches, VIP people, hobby people, all of that. And everybody has a place, and nobody should be discounted, because you never know when a discount coach is going to turn into, someone amazing. I've learned that because I watched 1,000 YouTube videos on everyone's story. But for me, it's been very important to me to be led by my hope of wanting to help other people and get into other people's lives. So I wanted to surround myself with like-minded people. And I wanted to make sure that the people that I had as business builders in my world are going to be people that I want to work with on a daily basis. So previously, I've taken some classes on how to build a clientele, because I've been a hairdresser for a long time. How to build a clientele, how to build a business. And so I took some of those things and I turned them into how to find coaches. So I'm going to share a piece of paper with you. I'm going to try to screen share and show you what I made up for myself to figure out who did I want to find on my team. So I'm trying. Does this work? I don't know. How do I do it? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Get in there. All right. Okay, cool. Can you see it? Okay. All right. So this is something that I had learned while being a hairdresser. And again, I turned it into something I could do for finding coaches. And so who am I looking for, basically? What personality traits would they have? Would they be somebody who's a rocker? Are they somebody who's confident? Are they also a personal trainer like me? Are they into basket weaving? Are they super granola? Whatever it is. But there's these certain personality traits that I want to surround myself with. There's, friends that I have them for a reason, because I'm attracted to those people, and vice versa. They're attracted to me. So then I'm pretty serious business. I like to go full bore. I know that I want things happening in my life. I like to have organized people around me. That's just me. That's what I'm attracted to. So then what tendencies and habits are these people going to have that I'm going to, that I want to have on my team? So then here I go down to what are my top 3 habits and tendencies that I'm looking for in these people. Maybe not necessarily the habits that I have, but the habits I would hope for them to have. And then what areas am I challenged in? Me personally, I'm not great at being organized, and I'm, as you can tell, really learning how to use all this technology stuff. So maybe I'm going to look for people who are like me in personality, who have similar habits as I do, with reading. I'm a clean eater. I am a mom. I, am at the gym 6 days a week. So maybe I'm looking for people who have similar personalities and similar habits, but they have areas that they're strong in that I'm weak in, because as a team, when we come together, we can work, we can work more efficiently. When I was thinking about building my team and the focus for my team, mine being that I really want to give back hope to people who have suffered from autoimmune diseases like I had, or other illnesses, random things that they, weight they just have never been able to lose. So I wanted to make sure that I was surrounding myself with other people through this chart that were going to have the same kind of ideas, and maybe be able to create their own teams, but based off the same thing. Like I have one who's interested in doing animal rescue and creating a team around animal rescue and fitness, and getting people to get fit with their dogs, like the dogs at the dog park, and do a fit group at the same time. So that's really cool. Anyway, so these are the questions I'm asking myself when I'm looking for coaches. Who am I going to talk to, and who am I going to approach as a business builder? And then after that, I'm going to figure out where these people are. So the second half of this is figuring out where to find these people. What businesses and hangout spots, where would you run into somebody who would be a good coach that fits your personality or your culture? Are they at a CrossFit gym? Are they at a dance studio? Are they at the chiropractor? Are they holistic, the Whole Foods grocery store? Do they go to mommy and me groups? What kind of places are you going to run into them at? Also online groups, and where would you connect with them? Groups in town, maybe on the swim team, your kid's swim team, or your kid's soccer team, or in a fitness group online, which is where I met Jenny. And then lastly, who has made an impact on your life? I thought about, we all have different mentors in our life, or people who have impacted us, and they're not necessarily the teacher at the school or the preacher at your church, but somebody who shows up for you every day at the gym, or the girl at Starbucks who always has a smile on her face and something positive to say. These are people who like to impact other people's lives. And so these are the kind of people, or at least these are the kind of people that I want on my team. People who are going out of their way to make a difference, regardless of whether or not they're going to make money off of it, to have an impact on lives. Let's see, what else? I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Does anybody have questions?
Hey, Laura, there was one question. I was watching the chat as you were talking, and I'm going to ask you the question. I believe it was Misty said she gets, where is it? Where is that? I'll find it. Okay. How do you go from personal training to coaching? And she says every personal trainer she talks to won't even consider coaching. I almost avoid them now. So how would you bring up coaching to a personal trainer?
Well, you know what? For me, as a personal trainer, I felt like it was a total no-brainer because it gives me the ability to give people the full experience, because people can't come to me. You can't afford to come to me 5 or 6 days a week. And particularly, well, two things. One, with the Beachbody on demand, it's perfect because I have clients who travel for business or whatever, and they can take the Beachbody on demand with them, and I can assign them homework. So I know at least one meal a day they're eating their Shakeology, or drinking their Shakeology, I guess. And it's something that they like, and I'm pretty hardcore clean eating, so that is like a dessert compared to maybe whatever the rest that I'm having them eat. So as a trainer, I use it as homework. I use it as the full experience. They can't see me every day, so they have no excuse. You know, maybe they can't get to the gym, but they can do it at home. And I don't see it as competitive. And I just see it as the missing piece, because now they also can be in a group online, a challenge group that has 15 other people going through it. But personal training time is me and them, or maybe me and 2 other people. So they don't have, now they have the opportunity to be talking to other people about, having to eat chicken and rice one more time, or the stinking egg whites. I'm going to shoot myself if I eat any more egg whites. So I think it's the fact that they get the accountability group. I know what they're doing without me, because I know it's on Beachbody on demand, so I can say, I want you to do plyo abs, I want you to do T25, whatever, and they're able to do that. In fact, the people that I have on my team, I think I have 4 personal trainers, and maybe 5, because we've all got this same concept going. And I know that I have a couple of them that are offering classes at the park and so these are like moms at the park that are hanging out there with their kids, and they're putting them through a workout and then offering them the opportunity to have this, so they don't even have to have a gym membership. They can just do this in the outside time.
Awesome. Great ideas, Laura. So I'm going to ask you one other question, and then since we have a little bit of time, we'll open up a Q&A for anybody to ask anybody on here. You could ask Jenny, myself, ask you. But I want to ask you, so I know you shared your story a little bit with your autoimmune and becoming a coach, but where do you see yourself in like 3 to 5 years with Beachbody? What's your plans? What's the vision, the goals that you have as a Beachbody coach?
Oh, holy cow. Okay. I totally want to do it full time. I've been doing hair for 18 years, and I love making people feel beautiful and making their day. But I love my family more, And truly, since I have been able to put myself into remission through health and wellness, I just, with every piece of my heart, feel compelled to give that to other people. And I didn't know how to do it before, and I feel like this is what I needed to make that happen. And I've got 2 kids, and I have a husband who, not to add drama, but my husband has Alzheimer's. So I want to be home. I mean, we do everything we can to live on purpose and to make sure that our kids have some great memories and great family time. And I want to be here and not working my butt off like crazy like I am right now. So that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm going.
Awesome, Laura. And I think that's one of the most, I bet that's probably one of the top reasons why you're almost a diamond coach in your first 4 months. It's because you're clear on that. You love what you do. You know what this can do for people. And, it's the why that's more important than the how to, or the what's about it. So that was my favorite part of the call right there, hearing that. I know you'll be able to do that. So I'm super excited for you. So thank you for sharing with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel much better now.
It's the first of many, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, we'll let you off the hook now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And, and Jenny, I know Jenny is extremely grateful to have an amazing coach like you on her team, just like each of us are when, we find somebody that's full of purpose and showing up like you guys are. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, and any of us can feel free to answer it. I don't want to be the only one to answer. So if you know the answer or you have an idea, feel free to ask a question. And Mark is working it there, doing the elliptical and the call. That's what I like to see. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I can scroll through here and see what I can find. Okay, Marquita, I'm looking for yours. You had a question. I'm rolling up. Oh, do you just give people your business card when you find someone that would be a good candidate, or do you add them on Facebook right there? I'll answer that one because I had that experience today. So we had our 28-week checkup for our baby Malik, number 5 baby that's coming. So I took Gabby to the appointment, and then we went on a lunch date. And I'd never been there before. It was like Noodles and Company is the name of the restaurant. And I had my Never Give Up t-shirt from Beachbody. It says Never Give Up, and then below it says Team Beachbody. And the girl at the register that took our order, she's like, oh, I'm doing P90X. And so I was like, oh, that's totally sweet. Like, what are you doing, P90X or P90X3? And she's like, oh, I'm doing a mix of P90X and Insanity. And I was like, oh, that's totally awesome. And then I went for the question. I just immediately said, do you have a coach that's helping you, or are you doing it on your own? And she's like, oh, I'm doing it on my own. And I was like, oh, sweet. I'm a Beachbody coach. I help people through these programs. And I was like, would you be interested in coming to one of our local workouts or being in one of our accountability groups on Facebook? And she's like, yes, that'd be awesome. And so this is a line, there's a line, so I can't continue the conversation any further. So she's like, I'll just look you up. What's your name? And I was like, no, how about I get your number and I'll shoot you a text later and we'll get connected on Facebook and I can ask you some questions. So I don't give out business cards. I don't count on them to find me. I get their phone number because then I can set up, I can call her, invite her in person, get to know her. I can find out why she started P90X and find out all that stuff. So that's what I do. I don't use business cards at all. I 100% get their information so I can start to build that relationship with her. So that's what I do. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? And feel free to unmute yourself and ask. I'm gonna have the quiet stare down.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, Elizabeth.
So I like, it's the summer here, and I like the idea of getting together with people in the park and working out. Are these women that are already, taking care of their kids, that's just kind of sitting there, and then you approach them and you're like, hey, I'm going to do a workout? Or has there been a discussion and everyone's meeting there?
Let me see. Laura, do you know what your coach
Laura.
I can answer that. What they did was, because it's two friends of mine, or two coaches of mine that are personal trainers, and that what they did was they brought like their boombox. Do you call that anymore? I don't know. So they brought their, oh my gosh, I'm totally old. Okay, so they brought their iTunes with the iBeat thing, probably, to the park, set it up, and they asked a couple of their friends, maybe like 3 or 4, to come, and they put them through a workout. So these moms who are always there at the same time every day with their little kids would see them working out. And so it was a little contrived, is that the right word, at first. And then they saw them and they were like, hey, what are you guys doing? And so they, said, we're personal trainers, we're Beachbody coaches, this is what we do, and you're free to join us. And that kind of went from there. The other thing they thought about doing is going around to different Mommy and Me groups, making up like a little flyer, local Mommy and Me groups, and handing it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw another question on there that I'm going to answer a little bit. And I'm going to ask somebody on here, and you don't have to say yes, but so yes, I like what I'm reading. One thing Jenny said, it took her 8 months in the business to find someone to really build the business with her. But the thing about Jenny is, from day one, she looked like she was like one of the most successful coaches. She was just bold and confident in what she was doing. From the outside, you would have no idea that she was on her own, building the team. She had discount coaches, people using the product at the discount and starting challengers, but 8 months until she found her builder. The same with me. I didn't get my first diamond coach until 13 months in. It was my first diamond. Sometimes you see people go star diamond in the first year, but it took me 13 months, but I always showed up. I was excited. Like Laura, I knew that no matter what, I was bringing my wife home. And I knew no matter what that Lindsay told me it would happen if I continued to hit Success Club 10. I didn't know how, but I just trusted that process. So, yeah, you have to trust the process, and you got to show up, kind of like I said in the beginning, go from one failure to the next without losing enthusiasm, staying true to what your purpose is as a coach, and actually being in love with the process of building relationships with people, not worrying if people say yes or no, because you're out looking for that person that does want it. Now, let's see. The question I wanted to answer was a good one. They're all good, right? I'm going to find it. Oh, man. Okay. So it was, I can't find it. I'm looking for it. I don't want to be able to get the discount. Okay. I'll just go about it in just a little. I'll kind of summarize. It's in a few messages. I just got the general message. Talking to a lot of people, and then it was Chantel that's sitting at Emerald and has one coach under her, but it's like no one wants to take it to the next level. Like no one wants to commit to the next level. Or you're talking to people and they're like interested and they don't commit, and they say, let's do this, but they don't actually go through with it. Here, let me mute real quick. I have that all the time, and I had a conversation with one of my coaches tomorrow. I'm like, I'm that good at this. I had a conversation with someone tomorrow. I want to talk to you about it. No, I had a conversation with one of my coaches yesterday. Amanda, would you be willing to talk just a little bit to share? Okay. So I had a conversation with Amanda yesterday, just talking through some things like, she full of belief, 100% belief, shows up all the time on the calls. People just aren't really committing or, coming through, becoming a coach, buying their challenge pack, getting their Shakeology. And we had a conversation yesterday and realized something that was missing. And I think, Amanda, that there's many people on this call even that may be missing that same piece. So would you be willing to share what you learned yesterday that you've started to do with your conversations today?
Yeah, sure. I started today, actually. I went ahead and scheduled. I had not been sharing. I shared my why, as in my internal why I do it. I do it for my family, for my health. I want to be around for my kids. But I never really shared my deep why for the business part of it, why I'm doing Beachbody, which to me is to be able to bring my husband home. He has to travel, whether if it's out of state or 3 hours away, which is a 6-hour commute, to work just so we can pay bills. And I mean, he does what he has to do. If that's get up at 3 in the morning and go drive or whatever, he does that. If he has to stay in a hotel, he goes and he does that. And I stay home and take care of the kids, which is great. I love it. But it would be nice if I could bring him home to that. We also have cows, so we're running out and checking the farm constantly and doing all that stuff. And it'd be nice for him to be able to do just that full time so he could be around with the family. I hadn't said any of that to anybody. I also hadn't even mentioned, just small desires that I had, like having a pool for the whole family to enjoy, and someday having grandkids that can come over and enjoy the pool with us, and being able to take the kids to Disney World. And I'd like to take them more than once, but it's just things that right now that we couldn't do or couldn't afford to do. But I keep pushing, and I strive every day to keep reaching out to new people. And doing that, I haven't had a whole lot of success. I do have my regular Shakeology customers, but I've not hit SC5 by any means yet, and I'm almost at a year mark. But I know this business is good, and I know this is what I need to do, but I haven't been doing it necessarily right because I hadn't shared that with anybody. So although people knew that I loved fitness and I'm into health and I want my family to be healthy, they didn't know why I was doing this or how Beachbody was helping me to do this. So I hope y'all can understand as I rambled on there.
No, that was perfect. It was perfectly clear. I think that, we all got exactly what that is. And so that's what I want you guys to know. If you just talk about, I mean, I love the fitness aspect. As you guys know, like I kind of ranted for the past couple of weeks about seeing transformations. Like I haven't seen transformation pictures of anybody in a long time. And that's a huge, important part of it. I'll put my 60 days up tomorrow. You know, make sure that you commit to that. But if you just do that, people are going to be like, oh, she's the fitness person. You know, that's cool. She's always talking about eating healthy. That's cool. That's nice. But if that's all it is ever, you know, they when you talk about P90X and Shakeology to them, they're like, oh, I don't want to buy those DVDs and that bag of that bag of powder. That's what they see if all you do is just talk about health and fitness. So when you can talk about a little bit more why you're doing this, you know, why you're spending your extra, as busy as your life already is with your husband away working and running out to the farm and raising kids, and you're on Facebook trying to help people. If once they can understand, they're like, oh, that's why she does that. And they'll see more value in what could happen if they actually committed fully to doing what you're doing. And, you know, chances are they have a lot of the same goals and dreams that you have, right? And taking their kids on a vacation, or their husband's commuting 6 hours a day and you hardly see them. You know, so that's one of the things I did in my first year. Like I had no idea what I was doing as a coach. Heck, we're still figuring it out, right? We're 4 years in, but we're still trying to figure this out. And it's, you know, that's the one thing is, even though it's 4 years later, I still share the same message. Like what Amanda shared was like, share your message with people, your story, your message, connect with them. Even today, 4 years later, I'm sharing my same message with people. You know, hey, you know, I know what it's like. I started in 2010 with P90X. My wife, you know, I had great results with it. I loved how I felt. I loved seeing other people get started and kind of helping them with that. But the cool thing is I found out that if I helped enough people get results like I was getting, that I could bring my wife home from work. And I would tell them, I'm sick and tired of working for 5 years, 12 hours a day, and Saturdays, and sometimes through the night. And my wife's at work during the day or in the evenings, and I'm taking care of kids by myself. The kids don't ever see us together. I was like, it's not supposed to be like that. My life was not supposed to be like that. So I'm going to help as many people as I can do these workouts, P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, so I can bring her home from work. And that's the message I share today. And that's the message I shared as a brand new coach. And that's what made people want to do this with me, because they saw, the things in their life that they wanted that weren't right, that they could accomplish if they followed me and did what I was doing. So that was a great question, Doug. But that's kind of what I believe will help you connect better and build more value, so you'll see more commitment. And that sun's bright. Does anybody else have any questions? Let me shut that.
Hey, Scotty, I got one.
I can't tell who it is yet. 1 second. Who do we have?
It's Doug.
Doug.
Hey, I started a group to start on July 5th because I figured July 4th everybody's going to be doing their stuff, so 5th is going to be like the New Year's resolution, and I'm calling it the Battle of the Bulge for Christmas to kind of get everybody prepared for it. So I went through my instant messages. I talked to them about start thinking about a program, start thinking about a goal, get with your trainers, get with any, whatever you're doing right now, come up with a goal. We're all going to start on the same day, and we're going to post our results. And I got probably about 17 people that are interested. We all joined it, and they all started sharing their struggles, but then it just kind of fizzled out and died. So the start date is on the 5th because I want to have that time to. I've already built the relationship, but it just seems like it's fizzling out a little bit. I've got one person that's actually committed that actually signed up as a free member. She can get started and start looking into some of the stuff that we're talking about. But then the other people just think it's more of a sales ploy, I guess. So, what are your suggestions on that one?
Okay, I personally don't run any free groups, so I'm going to see if Jenny ever runs free groups and transitions people. Do you do free groups and transition people? Does anybody in here run a free group and then transition? Elizabeth?
Not successfully. Last month, I had 66 people in a clean eating challenge, and I have not transformed anybody. So I think that's very interesting.
Okay.
66 people. I thought I was onto something because at first I was like, okay, no, any person that gets into my free, anything free, they have to have a free membership. So at least I gather their email. So I was doing that for a while. Then I was like, my goodness, it was too complicated. People were not wanting to do that. So I'm like, okay, anybody can come in. And then I said, you know what? Add your friends. So I'm like, you know what? That's great, because it was a way for me to not just find new people, but find people that were interested in getting healthy. And then so all this last month, I've been talking to those people. So I'm developing these relationships I'm thinking this is going to pay off in 3 months. Like what I'm doing now, I don't think has result right away for the next month. I think it has I'm thinking a couple of months, it'll show some like the seeds that that you plant. So I think but right away, no. Like, and the people that are have joined it because I spoke to them a while back. So, but like this month, my goodness, I worked so hard. Like I did everything that I need to do 3 vital behaviors, talked to thousands of people. I spoke about the business for the first time. I made my profile public, and just this week I got SC2. And my goodness, and who knows? I likely get it all by the end of the month, because it's 31 days. It's not a 28-day month. It's kind of, I feel like, whoa, I got a little bit of chance to. But it's all going to work out, I have no doubt. But I think it's important to do it because to do a free one for me right now where I am. I think probably the next step would be to do like a coaching, what the heck is coaching kind of thing. That would probably be more productive. But, that's my.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And it is every conversation, every post you do, every conversation you have, every video you make, I believe everything you do will pay you back in the future. Like even today, 4 years in as a coach, the conversations I have today, even if I get on the phone, most likely I won't even see a result, or they won't be ready for another month. If I'm just doing messaging back and forth, it's going to take 3 months to a year before they're actually ready to fully commit. That's why it's important to stay consistent in those activities. But you really made me think of something, Elizabeth, that I haven't thought about in a long time. is when, before I became a coach, you know, when I was scared to become a coach, those 8 months that I was like, no, I'm not going to do it, you know, but it was pure fear that I would fail at something again in my life. Right. Jennifer Greenberg and I, you know, Jennifer Greenberg is my 9-star diamond full-time coach. She and I started a group called the Staying Fit Family. And I never thought of it like a clean eating group, but it was just a free group for anybody that wanted to stay active or get tips. And we would just post about our workout in there. And, you know, we just did that without ever, you know, we weren't even coaches at that time. It was like the couple months before I became a coach. But as it came in, you know, I became a coach, you know, then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months into my coaching, 4 months, my coaches and my customers were those people that we added into that group prior to me becoming a coach. So, you know, it wasn't an immediate transition, but because we continue to add value to them in whatever way we could, you know, even with our accountability, you know, we built those relationships, and it took time, you know, 3 to 6 months, and some of that even longer. So
like right now I have 2 girls that are like kick-ass girls, but they're not even like, they're not doing anything with me, but I had them in my clean eating challenge, and now I'm doing another challenge. And I decided, because I have 2 girls that are like, have a challenge pack, and they're doing Shakeology, and they're doing so well, and they're doing 21 Day Fix. And I just want to keep them motivated, because last month I lost like 4 discount coaches. So I just want to like make sure. So now I'm like, okay, I want to build momentum. And I know that if I only have 10 people, 4, 5, 3 maybe are going to like be active, and they're going to motivate the others, and the others are just going to watch. So I want to make sure that I can add it, right? So I've said, okay, I'm going to open it to even people that have a free membership and they do the on demand. And then I said, okay, no, forget it. I'm going to invite people that just want to do and answer every single question. So I'm going to have a challenge group that's going to have team A is those that do Shakeology, and team B is all those who don't. So we're going to have a competition, and we're going to like So I want to create an environment where people feel comfortable, and I can engage with them, and they feel like I'm, you know, so who knows what's going to happen. But those 2 girls that are not even drinking Shakeology or anything, they're just so kick-ass, and they encourage people, and they like being a part of it. So I'm including them in it because it helps my group.
absolutely.
So I don't know, who knows where I'm going, but I'm enjoying it. The key is to enjoy it. Yeah. And to fall in love with Beachbody, what it's doing for you, how you're loving the transformation. And like for me, I don't need any money. So I don't have that story and I can't really relate to anybody. So that way, I don't need it. So I do it because I enjoy encouraging people, and I start praying for everybody. So people so I ask them, you know, what can I pray for you? So for me, it's a spiritual thing where I'm deepening my own personal faith, and at the same, I'm doing things that I should be doing normally, but now it's making me do the good that I need to do in life. So that's sort of like what, and it's to enjoy it, and that's what I'm enjoying it. So that's where I am. So that's it. I don't know. Today, one more thing. Today I decided to join the model over 40 years old, because I used to be a professional, like an international model. And I'm thinking, who am I like? Nobody. So I'm thinking, okay, well, the people that may be like me, I'm thinking, okay, so these guys are like people that are trying to still model. I'm not. But I'm thinking maybe I could help them with these programs get to where they want to be, to stay to stay able. Anyway, so I'm trying different things, and I think that's what we need to keep doing, try new things.
Absolutely. I think we each need to, you know, that's what this is all about. You have to be willing to learn and adjust the sales as you go, as you build your business, to find what works exactly for you. Because what works for me, or what works for Jenny, or what's working for Laura, you know, if we try to do exactly what Jenny's doing, we're not going to be true to ourselves in this business. Or if I try to do exactly what Laura's doing, I won't be able to do that. So you have to love what you're doing, know what your purpose is as a coach, and then continue to just make those small adjustments as you go. Learn from your mistakes, and adjust as you grow yourself and your business moving forward. So that was those are some really good ideas that you shared. One thing that I think, as I was talking about our transformations, I think if we all work just this much harder, 110%. My motto when I first became a coach was do more than expected and get better than expected results. The same goes for your business, your personal development, your transformation. If we do just a little bit more than is expected from us in our program, you're going to have better results. So if we each do that and we share openly in the team page our progress, we have 32 people on this we'll call it a little mastermind session right now. That's 32 transformations. That's pretty much means that no matter where each of us are at in our programs, we technically have enough for a 30-day progress report every single day of the month. Mine could be, my 60 days tomorrow. John's program could be finished the day after that. Jenny could be done with a 21-day program the day after that. And if we're sharing those results in the team page and on our Facebook page, we each have 30 stories right there that we can connect with people, that we can share on our social media and say, hey, check out my friend Mark Roy. He just finished the build phase, and in the first 30 days, this is what he accomplished. I'm looking for, and then you make your invite. Next week it's like, hey, Misty just had a baby and she's getting rid of the baby weight with a 21-day fix, and in the 21-day program, she lost this amount, which was like, Misty, what was it? You just barely posted your pictures.
It was 11.5 pounds.
11.5 pounds in 21 days. Just barely had a baby. So, she's nursing her baby. She's going through some health issues, but she's working on her transformation. But here's the cool part you could share. Like, Misty, how many people have you helped get started on their own transformation in the past month as a coach?
I didn't get any, and then I posted my results, and then all of a sudden everyone was like, what is that? So I think I had three people just yesterday who came to me and wanted to sign up.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So, if we all do that, we all share our progress and our results with what's going on, because sometimes even myself, I'm like, I want to wait till 90 days. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. And then bam, I'm going to show it to everybody. But if we do, monthly or, every 30 days or every couple of weeks, do a progress report, people see what you're doing. We each have ideas. We have stories to share that we can connect with people. Because, I can't connect with, if I'm talking to someone that's had their baby, I can't connect with them with my story. So I have to be able to use Misty's story. So it's important that together as a team and a family that we share our stories, share our progress, our results with the business even, and even with our fitness on the team pages so that we can all share those stories and use those stories to help inspire other people around us and connect with more people. Even sharing the small ones like Misty, you had some great results in your first month as a coach. You had Success Club twice, right?
No, I haven't even. I just was a coach for a full month this week. So when I got the Success Club, I was only a coach for like 2 weeks at the time.
Your first month of Success Club.
Yeah.
So she got
it again this month though. I come in at the end.
She's gonna come through at the end. And thumbs up if you think Misty can hit it in the last 3 days. I know she can. Sharing her results yesterday, she got these people ready. But, so you could share Misty's story. Hey, in the first 2 months as a coach, she helped, 6 people get started on their own fitness and health transformation, because that's when she was most relatable. And she helped other people get started and lost 11 pounds with a 21-day fix. And so you can be able to relate with people like that. So anyway, we'll end the call. Right now, it doesn't look like any more questions are coming through, but thank you guys for asking questions and, coming here to learn. That's what we're here for. Like, I'm super excited about these Thursday night calls. I like to chat with you guys, see you guys, and help you guys work towards your goals. So this is recorded. I'll put it up on YouTube and I'll put it in the team page so that you guys have that. And I know Jenny said that I know she typed in there, but she put the form that Laura shared with us, that little questionnaire, she put that in the team page in the files section. So we'll see you guys all next week.